I think one huge investment that has to happen, excluding me, is hiring. And I'll start with that because I think that a lot of time we speak about this function of customer experience, and I am like I love customer experience, and I'm a I'm a professional within it, but I'm also very invested in leadership and the people that we bring to our organization. And I think that it's a huge piece for people, like I mentioned before, to be able to be super curious, super adaptable, that they'll be able to bite off more than they can chew in order to be a huge part of the company's PLG model. I will say that some other things that are super important to keep in mind is, first of all, and Kyle mentioned it before, super fast response times in the beginning when the volume's low, and that you're able to speak to your customers. One thing that we always kept in mind early on is that whenever a customer raises their heads and looks for someone to ask a question, then we should be there, and we should be there fast in order to keep them engaged with the platform or with the product, and to make sure that they get back to what they need to get back to, which is their work. They're not their job is not to speak to us. Other things that's super important is make the voice of the customer tangible really soon in your journey, and make sure that you actually make yourself as the customer experience team and as customer experience team member and leader, make yourself a part of the evolution of the product. Make yourself an asset early on, and also perfect that model as you go. It could be tagging on your ticketing system. It could be a monthly kind of thing. I know we started it early on when we had around 30,000 support tickets a month. God knows it went through a lot of evolution until it became a voice of the customer team. And I have to say it's one of our pride and joys in that. Another thing that super important is self-serve. And it's also very important that that's another side of your product. So in essence, if you're running a PLG company, it's very important to say that, yes, the product speaks for itself, but your support materials also speak for themselves. And if you receive feedback around that area, if that's not helping people to get that, to scratch that itch and be able to move forward, you have to fix that, and you have to fix that fast. So that's another arena of feedback that's super important.